Let me ask you something. Have you ever gotten pumped up about changing your life, only to watch that energy fade away after a few days? There's a psychological reason why this cycle of enthusiasm and failure happens. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you where transformation really begins and the crucial mindset shifts most people miss. You'll learn why your relationship with discomfort, not motivation, is the real key to breaking the cycle of starting over. I'll share the exact blueprint that's helped real people push through when motivation wasn't enough, transforming not just their habits, but their entire approach to change. Welcome to Wise Up. Do you know why 80% of people quit their transformation journey in the first 30 days? The answer isn't what you think. Most people blame lack of willpower or not having enough motivation. But here's what's really happening. Most of us approach transformation completely backward. We jump straight into the actions, the new diet, the workout plan, the morning routine. We download apps, buy equipment, maybe even hire a trainer. But we skip the most important part. We never address what's happening in our minds. It's like trying to drive a car with the parking brake still on. The real problem isn't lack of information or motivation. Listen, you already know you should eat better and exercise more. You've probably read dozens of articles about productivity and self-improvement. The issue is that we haven't prepared ourselves for the psychological battle that happens when discomfort shows up. And trust me, it always shows up. When you start any transformation journey, your brain is programmed to resist change and protect your comfort zone. It's not being lazy or stubborn. It's actually trying to help you conserve energy. Your brain sees change as a potential threat to your survival. So it fights back with doubt, fear, and that voice that says, maybe tomorrow would be better. This resistance creates what I call the transformation gap. It's the space between your initial excitement and the reality of consistent action. Picture this: you're pumped up on Sunday night, planning your new life. Monday morning comes, you're crushing it. Tuesday, still going strong. But by Thursday, something feels different. The excitement has worn off. The actions that felt easy now feel like work. This is where most people fall off. Studies have shown over the years, almost all of them made the same mistake. They thought willpower alone would carry them through this gap. They believed if they just wanted it bad enough, they could push through anything. But that's not how the human mind works. Truth is, willpower is a limited resource that depletes quickly. Research shows we make about 35,000 decisions daily. Each one of these decisions drain our mental battery. Every time you choose what to wear, what to eat, how to respond to an email, you're using up mental energy. This explains something you'll probably experience. You might crush your morning routine, make healthy breakfast choices, and feel totally in control. But by evening, you're making choices that sabotage your progress. You skip the gym, order takeout instead of cooking, or stay up scrolling instead of going to bed early. Your making energy is depleted. Think about it like your phone battery. It starts at 100% in the morning, but every app you use, every call you make, every notification you respond to drains it a little more. By evening, you're running on low battery mode. That's what happens to your willpower throughout the day. Here's another thing that trips people up. They expect transformation to feel good. They think motivated people wake up excited to work out or eat salad. But the people who actually change their lives aren't feeling different emotions. They've just learned to act despite how they feel. They've built a different relationship with the discomfort that comes with growth. Most transformation advice completely ignores this psychological reality. It focuses on tactics and strategies while skipping the mental preparation you need. It's like teaching someone to swim by throwing them in the deep end. Sure, some people might figure it out. Most people will just struggle and eventually give up. The coaching industry is worth billions of dollars because people keep looking for the next method, the next system, the next person to help them change. But all the coaching in the world won't help if you haven't done the mental work first. You can have the best plan in the world, but if your mind isn't prepared for the discomfort of change, you'll find ways to sabotage yourself. So, why do most transformation attempts fail within the first month? Because people skip the crucial first step, rewiring their relationship with discomfort instead of trying to avoid it. They try to change their actions without changing their mindset first. If willpower isn't the answer, what is? Let me show you the mental shift that needs to happen before any real change can begin. While most people treat discomfort like a warning sign telling them to stop, successful people see it as something entirely different. Think about the last time you felt resistance towards something important. What if that feeling wasn't telling you to retreat, but actually pointing directly at your next breakthrough? The truth that transformed my own journey is this: elite performers don't have special powers of endurance. They've simply rewired how they interpret the signals their body and mind send them when things get difficult. And this shift changes everything. Look, most transformation advice you'll find is obsessed with tactics. The perfect morning routine, the ideal workout split, the optimal productivity system. But these tactics aren't what separate those who transform from those who quit. The real game changer is learning to see discomfort through an entirely new lens. Let me walk you through a three-step blueprint for transformation. Step one: see discomfort as data, not danger. When you feel the resistance to making an important call, having a difficult conversation, or pushing through that last set at the gym, that's not your brain telling you to stop. It's like a GPS recalculating your route, highlighting exactly where your growth opportunity lives. Here's a story about a man named Marcus, who was paralyzed whenever he needed to attend networking events. His business desperately needed these connections, but he'll find any excuse to avoid them. When he dug deeper, he discovered his resistance came from a fear of being judged by more successful people. Once he recognized this pattern, the discomfort became a compass pointing toward his growth edge. Marcus gradually began attending smaller events, practiced his introduction, and eventually built connections that transformed his business. Step two: understand that transformation isn't a straight line. It's a cycle, much like seasons changing. Progress involves periods of growth followed by apparent setbacks. When you understand this rhythm, those down periods start being evidence of failure and start being recognized as necessary parts of the growth process. I see so many people abandon their paths because they interpret a bad day as proof they're not cut out for change. The valleys are where the deepest learning happens. Step three, and this is where everything really changes: move from external motivation to internal alignment. When you connect your actions to your core values, you access an energy source that makes willpower look like a AA battery trying to power a Tesla. Imagine waking up exhausted at 5:30 a.m. Your body craves more sleep, but you remember your workout isn't just about abs, but about being the energetic parent your kids deserve. Suddenly you find yourself pushing through when others would quit. I've seen people who struggled for years with fitness programs suddenly maintain consistency when they connected their health goals to being fully present for their families into old age. This motivation coming from this deeper place doesn't deplete like willpower. It actually strengthens with use. What's fascinating is that research consistently shows internal satisfaction and personal values drive more sustainable behavior change than external rewards ever could. When discomfort arises, those with instinctive motivation see it as meaningful rather than something to avoid. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody tells you about transformation. It's about some dramatic life overhaul finding the It's not about some dramatic life overhaul or finding the perfect system. The real secret, small initial changes lead to significant transformation over time. Research from behavioral psychologists shows a 2.6 times higher success rate when focusing on manageable steps rather than changing everything at once. You don't need to be special to transform your life. You just need to build what I call your discomfort muscle, that ability to stay present when things get hard. Your simple starting point this week, whenever resistance shows up, stay with it and 10 seconds longer than usual. Stay with it 10 seconds longer than usual. Transformation isn't magical. It's a daily practice that begins in your mind before appearing anywhere else. Like training any muscle, each moment you choose discomfort builds strength for lasting change. And hopefully you got something from this episode. Um, Thank you to everyone who's subscribed to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Um, you know, as your boy, you know how your boy always, you know how your boy Wise always does it. Peace out.